Mr. Thomas, would you please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, student body, please welcome Mr. Thomas into the Pampa High School Harvester Hall of Fame.
Success is empty if you arrive there alone. And that's one thing, I didn't arrive there alone. I had so much love and support from not just my family, you know, from the town, the community, from my friends, and from my coaches. You know, it's a dream come true because, you know, nobody does or has success on their own. It just doesn't happen.
Fight with this. There you go, Green. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That got me fired up. I love that fight song. Brought back great memories. I wish I could run down on the kickoff tonight and hit somebody. But this is a great honor for me to be in the same building that I graduated in 23 years ago. And it's just great to be home and be inducted. And I'd like to congratulate Drew. Very inspirational story. The bio goes on and on. It's impressive. And I'd like to congratulate Austin Young and Mr. Reed. Way to step up and be leaders. That's important. Don't let anybody slow you down. I'd like to first thank the selection committee and everybody that wrote letters of support for me. It's very humbling. I read a few of those. And so we're here about success and how do you define success? You know, everybody has their own definition of success. But my own opinion, success is, you know, not about how much money you make, how much power you gain, not even about winning and losing. That's not success. Success is getting everything out of your God-given ability and having a passion for what you're doing. You got to love what you do. If you don't love what you do something else. Don't try to live somebody else's life because they're trying to press you to be whatever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be. And that's with me. I love football. And, you know, that passion brought me a long ways. But on my success, it didn't start off good. I mean, it didn't start off real good. I got ran over by a truck when I was 2 years old, not once, but twice. And I got held back before I even got to kindergarten. I mean, how do you get held back before you get to school? That was me. And, you know, I had a learning disorder. But I'm very thankful for that learning disorder because, you know what? It made me work hard at home because I didn't want to be stupid. I didn't want to be embarrassed. I didn't want to be dumb in class. So I had to work hard. I had to work so hard just to fit in. But that's why I'm very thankful for that, because that hard work carried to everything I did for the rest of my life. And it was important because it's very easy when a teacher or a coach is telling you what to do and go do it. But when they're not looking, it's extremely hard. That's when I found out my secret. That's where I gained my confidence. When I got to the NFL, I knew everybody was going to work hard from 9 to 5. I just knew it. Why I got my edge was before 9 and after 5. That's where I built my confidence. And that was my secret. I mean, it took hard work. It wasn't easy. See, if you look at me, I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, I was definitely not the smartest. But the one thing I was the most confident. And what builds confidence is just preparation. Everything is a kid, not trying to fit in, trying not to look dumb, do your studying at home. You know, it's a skill train. I'm talking about confidence. You know, it's just like when you guys take a test. It's easy when you study for that test and you're ready to take that test. It's easy. You don't have any anxiety. But if you don't study, you have anxiety, you're doubting you're probably going to fail, right? It's like that with everything in life. It's not just with the game, but But that's where I would win before I even stepped on the field. Because I would study. And it's hard. It's very hard. I got my inspiration from a guy, his analogy with track. But I got my inspiration off a guy named Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was a track athlete back in 2004 before he even ran a race in the Olympics. He guaranteed he was going to win 5 gold medals. And before I read his book, I'm like, man, that's arrogant. He hadn't even read a race yet. And when I read his book, it wasn't arrogance, it was confidence. And on top of that, he wore gold shoes. And this is to be the best in the world. He wore gold shoes, so if he got second place, which is awesome, he would have looked like a fool. But that's what I try to tell you guys. You can win before you even get out into the real world when it's a lot tougher. It's a lot easier right now. So sacrifice now because it will make your life a lot easier in the real world. But that Michael Johnson, he was a champion. And champions to me are people who are in the moment, who believe in themselves and they're honest with themselves. And the most important thing, they love what they do. That's a champion. But you have a choice. You can either be a champion or you can take the easy route. And that easy route is being comfortable where you are. Not taking risks because, hey, I don't want to fail. Not thinking outside the box. That's the easy route. You got to take risks. And especially, please, if you're going to take that easy route, don't take your friends down with you. There's plenty of people I know that would try to take their friends down with them. Because if they couldn't achieve something, they would tell you you couldn't achieve it either. Don't be those. I call those people dream killers. Dream killers. AKA losers if they're going to try to bring you down like that. And that's what you don't need in your life. Because, the losers are the guys and girls that tell you they always act like a victim. They're going to blame everybody but themselves. And they're all about themselves. But they will suck all the life and energy out of everybody they're around. And so I'm not just telling you, that's important on who you pick as friends. I myself had great friends. We had that mentality. We drove each other. We were driven. That's what you need. Don't let them tell you you can't do something. You keep going. So if you have a friend like that, don't just walk away, run, okay? So protect that dream. You got to protect that dream because your time is limited. And like I said earlier, don't live someone else's life. You have to live your own life. That's what's important. You got to own it and protect it. So if you don't build this dream or protect your dream, someone someday will hire you to help build their dreams. And I read that, and it's true. I'm going to leave you with some tips that helped me along the way in the game. And the game is the same as with life. It's with everything. The best thing that helped me was I wasn't afraid to fail. I try to use another analogy with basketball. The best players in basketball are always the guys that want to take that last shot. But do you know they miss that last shot more than they make? The Michael Jordans, what everybody knows, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, they miss that last shot more than they make. But they don't hesitate when it comes to shooting again because they have it all up here. And all you really remember are the ones that they made. That's the mentality you got to have. I didn't learn much from winning. I learned from losing. And that's what got me better day to day. Another thing, this is very simple, and I'll keep it simple. That's the way I am. Get rest. Because when you get rest, your mind comes back sharper, crisper the next day, and you're more productive. So if you're watching TV late at night, turn it off. Set a time. Go to bed. If you're talking to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, set a time to get off the phone. What's it going to talk about? Talk the next day or the day after. And if they're your true love, you got the rest of your life to talk about. You're going to run out of things. Trust me. So Please get rest at night. Another thing is I was never late. That was important to me. It was from my family. If it was important to you, you'll never be late. It's simple. Also, I study people who have success. And I was very blessed to have successful people in my family. I saw it daily, how hard they work. My dad taught us, the harder you work, the luckier you get. My brother, the same, even to this day. But the teaching and coaching that I got made the difference. That was the difference. I absorbed as much knowledge as I could. Why? Because it's going to help me out in the real world when I'm on my own. They're there for you. And the only time you learn is when you listen. You know, whatever's coming to your mouth, you already know. Most of it's gibberish anyway, right? I mean, it's something that you got to know. Absorb as much information as you can to get better. Know that people are going to get in your way, like I said, the dream killers, the critics. But that comes with success. That comes, if they see you doing a great thing like Austin or Mr. Reed, it won't be cool. Man, that is real cool to what you're doing, stepping up. You don't let people get in your way. You're going to have critics. That's what success brings. That's why you got to think ahead. Don't think, you got to be in the moment. Don't let nobody slow you down. If you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a teacher, a police officer, even the president, as they said, go for it. You're going to have critics. You can't, think about our presidents. Our presidents from all through the past, if they won the election by a landslide, that's, what is that, 55% of the vote? Well, there's still 45% that wanted somebody else in office, and they're going to criticize whatever the president does. It doesn't matter if it's good. What do? They look ahead. They don't think about all the haters. They don't. And that's what you need to do. You need to think ahead. Do not let that slow you down. Because there's millions of people that voted against you. But that's the way success is. That's why you got to stay hungry and keep driven. One thing also that helped me a lot was just being grateful. You're never grateful and unhappy at the same time. It doesn't work. So I was always grateful. I was grateful to play a game for 28 years. A game. I didn't get paid for it. That's why I was grateful. I reminded myself day to day, it's the best country in the world. I'm making more money than the president. That's why I was just like, I can't believe it. Only in America. But it's because we got opportunity here. Opportunity because of our military and everything that they fought for our freedoms for that opportunity. And to hear Drew Harvey being in the Army, you are a true hero, my friend. And that's something that's special. But another thing, if you don't remember anything from this speech, remember this, and you'll go a long ways. Don't do anything that wouldn't make your mom proud. And you'll go a long ways. And that's something. Don't forget where you came from, especially your family. They're all supported. Success is empty if you arrive there alone. And it's true. So always think about that. They're there for you. Learn from them. That's where I learned most of my knowledge, my hard work. Never to get out hustled. I learned that from my dad, my brother. They were all super competitive. That's what you got to do. Successful people lead losers, okay? So study that. So let me sum it up. Successful people do what failures won't. It's just a fact. Most of us want to be successful, but we don't want the time and the sacrifice it takes. We just kind of want it. Yeah, everybody talks it. It's a good game to talk. I want to be successful. Oh, that guy's so lucky. No, he's not. Hard work is what produces luck. So you gotta. So I'm going to challenge the student body. Dream big. It's up to you and nobody else. You have a choice. What are you going to do? Thank you very much.